Is Governor Jeff Landry becoming the most dangerous man in Louisiana politics, or is he simply playing the long game to secure the future of his party?
Right now, he is attempting to act as a kingmaker, but his aggressive push to install his hand-picked candidate into the Senate is leaving a trail of wreckage and resentment throughout the state's Republican ranks. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss our deep dives into the stories that matter. The situation in Louisiana has turned into a high-stakes power struggle. Governor Jeff Landry has set his sights on replacing Senator Bill Cassidy, a man who has become public enemy number one for the MAGA base following his 2021 impeachment vote against Donald Trump. To oust him, Landry has gone all in on Representative Julia Letlow. But this isn't just a simple endorsement. Behind the scenes, sources say Landry has been aggressively pressuring major donors, dispatching his own staff to run her operations, and essentially acting as the campaign manager for a candidate who is still struggling to gain traction. It's an open secret that Landry wants to prove his loyalty to the White House, but his tactics are alienating even his own allies. We're hearing reports of prominent business executives hanging up on the governor during conference calls where he demanded financial support for Letlow. It's a bold, and some would say reckless, move that has turned the state GOP into a boiling pot of tension. Critics, including members of his own party, are comparing Landry's governance style to that of the notorious populist boss Huey Long. He has been accused of creating a culture of fear, where legislators who defy his wishes find their projects vetoed or their districts targeted. We saw this manifest in the bizarre, chaotic shuffling of election dates and the heavy-handed intervention in the state's primary systems. By shifting Louisiana away from its unique, open primary system to a closed partisan model, Landry has effectively tried to tilt the board in his favor, making it harder for independents to support the more moderate Cassidy.
But here is the million-dollar question: is this political capital well spent, or is it a gamble that will ultimately drain his influence?
Landry's own approval ratings are trending downward, sitting at 43% in recent polls. When you pair that with a reputation for being a highly transactional, my way or the highway leader, you start to see why so many Republicans are privately expressing frustration. They are tired of being told who to support and how to think. In a state as fiercely independent as Louisiana, this kind of strong-arming can easily trigger a massive backlash. The fallout is already messy. We have FEC complaints being filed regarding campaign finance violations, accusations of job dangling to force other candidates out of the race, and a level of vitriol between Republican factions that suggests this primary won't be settled quietly. Even with the backing of Trump and the Make America Healthy Again movement, Letlow is facing a stiff challenge from State Treasurer John Fleming. The race is essentially a three-way tug-of-war that is exposing the deep divisions within the MAGA movement and the establishment wing of the party. If Landry succeeds, he cements his status as the most powerful figure in Louisiana and a trusted lieutenant in Trump's national inner circle. But if Letlow fails, or if the party's anger continues to boil over, Landry could find himself a weakened, isolated figure, surrounded by yes-men but stripped of the genuine coalition he needs to govern effectively. He has essentially committed his entire administration to this race.
We are watching a classic clash of ego versus institutional stability.
On one side, you have the desire to purge the party of those seen as disloyal. On the other, you have a growing group of local leaders who feel that the democratic process is being subverted by a singular executive office.
So, where do you stand on this? Do you believe a governor should use the full weight of their office to act as a kingmaker in a federal Senate race, or is this an unacceptable overreach that damages the integrity of the party?
Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and am curious to see how you think this ends.
This is a story that goes far beyond the borders of Louisiana. It's a microcosm of the current state of the Republican Party nationwide.
The struggle between the desire for total party unity under a central vision and the independence of local political identity is real, and it is going to determine the outcome of elections across the country this year. We will be tracking the fallout of this primary very closely, because whatever happens here, the shockwaves will be felt all the way to Washington.
Stay tuned.